Do you know that the food you eat can affect your kidneys a lot? In this video, we'll talk about 6 foods that might be bad for your kidneys without you knowing. Your kidneys are important because they clean waste and toxins from your blood. However, some foods can make it harder for your kidneys to work well and could even harm them in the long run. Let's look at these foods and see how you can choose healthier options for your kidneys. Starting with number 6. High oxalate foods. Some foods have stuff called oxalates. They can make it more likely for some people to get kidney stones. Spinach, beets, and nuts have lots of oxalates. When oxalates mix with calcium in pea, they can make crystals that lead to kidney stones. People who might easily get kidney stones should be careful with these high oxalate foods. Also, how you cook food can make a difference. Boiling or steaming can lower the oxalate content. Eating high oxalate foods with calcium-rich stuff like dairy can also help because it stops oxalates from being absorbed, reducing the risk of kidney stones. If someone wants to manage their oxalate intake well, they can talk to a doctor or a dietitian for personalized advice. This way, they can still have a balanced diet while reducing the risk of kidney stones. Before we move on to the next food, please remember to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. That way, you won't miss out on more helpful health tips in our future videos. Let's move on to number 5, caffeine. Caffeine is in things like coffee, tea, energy drinks, and some medicines. People drink it a lot because it wakes them up. It's usually okay to have a little bit of caffeine, but too much can be bad for your kidneys. One problem is that caffeine makes you pee more, which can make you lose water from your body. If this happens a lot, it can make it harder for your kidneys to clean your blood properly, which might hurt them over time. Having too much caffeine can also make your blood pressure go up. This can damage the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, making them work less well and maybe causing kidney problems. If you already have kidney issues or high blood pressure, you should be careful with how much caffeine you have. It might make these problems worse. It's a good idea to watch how much caffeine you drink and maybe choose decaf drinks sometimes. Drinking enough water is also important to help your kidneys. People should pay attention to how much caffeine they have and think about how it might affect their health. It's best to not have too much caffeine, and talking to a doctor can help figure out what's right for you. This way, you can have a balanced diet and keep your kidneys healthy. Number 4 on our list is dairy products. Dairy foods have lots of important nutrients like calcium and phosphorus, which are good for keeping bones strong and staying healthy. But for people with kidney problems, especially those prone to kidney stones or with weak kidneys, too much calcium and phosphorus from dairy can be a problem. Having too much dairy might make kidney stones more likely to form because the extra calcium can mix with other stuff in pea and make crystals that turn into stones over time. People who already have issues with kidney stones might need to cut back on dairy to lower the risk of getting more stones and to ease the strain on their kidneys. Also, folks with chronic kidney disease, CKD, should watch how much phosphorus they have because too much can make kidney damage worse and cause other problems. Dairy has a lot of phosphorus, so having too much dairy can make things worse for people with kidney issues. They might need to change what they eat and maybe take medicines to control their phosphorus levels and protect their kidneys. But dairy isn't all bad. It has other good stuff like protein, vitamin D, and other minerals, not just calcium and phosphorus. For people without kidney problems, dairy can be a healthy part of their diet, giving them important nutrients they need. It's important to not have too much dairy and to get advice from a doctor or a dietitian, especially if you have kidney problems. They can help you figure out the best foods for you so you stay healthy without hurting your kidneys. Bringing us to number 3, red meat. Eating too much red meat can be tough on your kidneys, even though it's a good source of protein and important nutrients like iron and zinc. When you eat protein-rich foods like red meat, your body makes waste stuff like urea and creatinine. Your kidneys have to filter these out of your blood and get rid of them through pee. But if you eat too much red meat, your kidneys can get overloaded with these waste products. This puts extra pressure on them and can eventually damage them, making kidney disease more likely. Also, eating too much red meat can raise your chances of getting high blood pressure and diabetes, which are both bad for your kidneys. Some stuff in red meat like advanced glycation end products, AGEs, and saturated fats can make your body inflamed and stressed out, which isn't good for your kidneys either. If you're worried about your kidney health, it's a good idea to not have too much red meat. You can try eating it less often and having smaller portions when you do. Instead, you can eat other sources of protein like chicken, fish, beans, and plant-based proteins. Having a mix of different proteins in your diet can help keep your kidneys healthy while still giving you the nutrients you need. It's smart to talk to a doctor or a dietitian for advice on what to eat to keep your kidneys in good shape and lower your risk of kidney disease. Let's move on to number 2, sugary drinks. Drinks with lots of sugar like soda, fruit juices, and energy drinks are everywhere these days. But having too many of them can be bad for your kidneys. These drinks usually have a ton of added sugars or fake sweeteners, which can make you take in too many calories and gain weight. Being overweight is a big risk for getting type 2 diabetes, where your blood sugar levels get too high and can hurt your kidneys over time. Also, sugary drinks can make your blood sugar levels shoot up fast because they have a high glycemic index. This makes your kidneys work harder to control your blood sugar levels. Having too much sugar can change what's in your pee, making it more likely for kidney stones to form. Plus, it can raise your blood pressure, which is another big risk for CKD. Number 1, we have processed foods. Many of the foods we eat today are processed, meaning they have been changed from their natural state. These processed foods often have a lot of sodium, phosphorus additives, and preservatives added to them. While these additives help make the food taste better, last longer, and feel better in your mouth, having too much of them can be bad for your kidneys. Eating too much salt, which is common in processed foods, can make your blood pressure go up. High blood pressure is a big problem for your kidneys because they help control it by managing how much water and salt are in your body. But if they have to work too hard to deal with all the extra salt, it can damage them over time and lead to kidney problems. Also, the phosphorus additives in processed foods can mess up the balance of minerals in your body. To help your kidneys stay healthy, it's best to eat less processed foods and choose fresh, whole foods more often. This way, you can reduce the stress on your kidneys and keep them healthy in the long run. Thanks for watching our video on foods that can harm your kidney health. Remember, what you eat plays a big role in keeping your kidneys healthy. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our future content. Stay tuned for more helpful tips and information to support your well-being. Until next time, take care.